friends, welcome to the 9th video yoga class of BU Yogini. My name is Hallie and I'm going to lead you through an hour-long Hatha yoga class. And today we're going to focus on the balance between Ahimsa and Tapas, which are two of the yamas and niyamas of yoga. So they're basically the ethical and moral guidelines of the yoga lifestyle or the human lifestyle. And let's just take a breath and find a tall seat, closing our eyes, paying attention to the inhale and exhale. Tapas is self-discipline. It's the work you do on a daily basis to better yourself. It's your dedication to your yoga practice. And oftentimes we can put a little bit too much energy into the tapas and push ourselves through things. So we need to balance that with ahimsa, non-harming, non-violence, especially to ourselves. So throughout this yoga practice today, how about we focus on that balance, finding the edge that we can come to with our tapas where it does take physical effort. We are using and engaging our muscles, and maybe a few beads of sweat will appear on our forehead, but we're not pushing through any physical pain. We're not overstraining our muscles. We're being kind to ourselves, non-harmful, and giving ourselves the love that we need and the encouragement that we need. Take a few more breaths here, focusing on that inhale and exhale, just allowing it to be your natural pace, your natural rhythm. When you exhale, focus that navel to that spine, drawing the belly in. Inhale, let it inflate. And see if you can relax your shoulders down your spine, relax your eyes, your jaw muscles. And we can sort of use our breath as a balance of ahimsa and tapas. So every time you inhale, that's the non-harming self-love, giving yourself the oxygen you need. And every exhale is the self-discipline, the work, the tapas.
Like all the souls you send here, coming to this earth.
On your next inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. We can also represent the ahimsa and the tapas within by pressing your thumbs into your heart into your thumbs. The hands represent the tapas. The heart represents ahimsa. Connecting those two together as we sit and breathe, and bringing this awareness throughout our practice, always being mindful today of that balance and knowing when you need to rest in child's pose or when you need to move out of a pose because it is too intense or you just feel tired today, knowing that you can do that for yourself. Let's take one more inhale, exhale, and inhale for Om. Exhale. Take one more breath here. And on your next exhale, bow your head to greet your heart for all the effort and the tapas that it took and the self-love that it took to get on your yoga mat today. And then release your hands, lift your chin, slowly open your eyes. If you were sitting on top of a blanket or a yoga block, remove it And we're gonna come into double pigeon pose with the right leg on top. So you wanna bring your right ankle on top of your left knee. Bring your sit bones toward the back of the room. Take a breath here with a long spine. And you can of course put a yoga block in between your right knee and your left ankle if you need it. And if this is an intense stretch for you, you can stay with a straight spine, or you can exhale, bringing your torso forward, stretching forward, allowing the gravity of the pose to stretch your right hip. You might even feel it in your left hip as well, depending on how tight your hips are. Take an inhale here, lift your heart forward. Exhale, fold. Bringing that breath to the hip. Allowing it to lengthen, allowing your sacrum to widen. And keeping your right foot flexed and your left foot flexed to protect the ligaments in your knees. Take a few more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, use your hands to walk your torso back up. And we'll do a little self-massage using our hands on our right foot, really getting into the ball of our foot, allowing our thumbs to rotate in small circles, and just give yourself a really, just give yourself a really nice massage here. We stand on our feet so often, especially in yoga, all of our standing poses, so it's really nice to pay attention to the muscles in those feet, the arches, and you can even use your left elbow in the arch of your foot, in the ball of your foot. Maybe you feel a little bit of tension there. Sometimes I can even get knots in my feet from all the yoga and dancing that I do. So it feels really good to just use that elbow and maybe even just hold it in one spot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your right foot over your left knee to come into a nice spinal twist. So you can wrap your left arm around your right knee, turning your chest open to the right side of the room, or you can use your left elbow on top of that right knee and just use it as an anchor to open your chest. And know that the head is the last thing to turn, so you really want your chest, your upper spine to turn from the navel, from the waist, before you turn your neck. That should be the last thing to move. And you really want your gaze to be in line with your chest. On your next exhale, release, come into a counter twist, just placing your hands on the mat on the left side and bowing a little bit. That should feel pretty good. Inhale, come back to center. And then you're gonna take your right leg forward on your mat, the left foot on the inside of the right thigh, flexing both feet, a nice tall spine. Taking an inhale, raise your arms up over your head. And then exhale, fold forward, stretching that right leg, the right lower back, reaching for your shin, your ankle, the ball of your foot, your toes, whatever you can reach. And knowing that you want to create length at the same time through your spine, so we're not completely collapsing here. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, fold a little deeper. So with every breath, we can balance out that tapas and the ahimsa, right? So inhale, bringing that self-love, that understanding that this is where you are today. Exhale, maybe engaging those muscles a little more, maybe settling a little more into a deeper stretch. On your next inhale, walk your hands up, come into a seated position. We're going to take double pigeon pose on the left side now. So your left ankle should be on top of your right knee. Basically want to make a little box with your legs. Feel where your hips are, your sit bones are driving toward the back of the room. Exhale, navel to spine, crown of the head reaching toward the sky. Relax your shoulders. And this might be enough of a stretch for your left hip. You know, everybody is different and both sides of our bodies are different, so it might not be the same. If you want a deeper stretch, you can exhale and walk your hands forward past your legs, crown of the head reaching toward the front of the room. A long spine here. And again, with every inhale and exhale, balancing out that self-love and self-discipline. Because there are two different types of, willpower. There's breaking through the negative comments in our mind, and then there's breaking through the physical pain. And we don't want to really break through the physical pain. We want to know our limits physically. But if you can go past those mind barriers, then you can deepen your yoga practice. Now inhale, come back up to a seated position and massage your left foot with your hands, really working those toes, the ball of the foot, getting those thumbs into the arch. Wherever you feel that you have any tension or maybe some small knots in your foot, go ahead and just give it some attention. And again, you can use the elbow, so take your right elbow to the arch or the ball of your foot, maybe moving in small circles. I think this is really the best self-massage you can give your feet. It just feels so good. Maybe holding in one place, breathing through it. Taking another breath here. And then come back up into a tall spine and bring your left foot over your right knee to come into the spinal twist. So you can wrap your right arm around your left knee, or you can bring your right elbow on top of the right knee, basically where your left knee. And just bring that heart open to the left side of the room. Exhaling, navel to spine. Inhaling, the crown of the head reaches toward the sky. So with every inhale, grow a little taller. Every exhale, twist a little deeper. Remembering to breathe also into the back body, into our kidneys and our twists. Remembering that our body is three-dimensional and breathing in through all sides of our body. On your exhale, come out of the twist and come into a counter twist. So just bringing your hands to the mat on the right side and taking a small bow. And then come back through center. Bring your left foot straight on your mat. Your right foot is on the inside of your left thigh. Flexing your left foot, creating a tall spine. Inhaling your arms up over your head. Take a breath here. And when you're ready, exhale, folding over, reaching for the left foot. Reaching the crown of your head toward the left toes. Inhale, reach your heart forward. And exhale, fold. And you might feel this stretch in your left hamstring, in your lower back, all throughout your spine, up through your neck. Depends on how you're feeling today and what physical activities you did yesterday. Different days require different amounts of stretching and amounts of time in a certain stretch depending on how your muscles feel that day. Inhale, come back up through a tall spine, and then just swivel your legs around and come into a tabletop position. So our knees are below our hips and our wrists are below our shoulders. Creating a long spine here. Exhale, bring that navel to your spine. Creating length, creating stability and a strong foundation, spreading your fingers wide, pushing away the mat with your hands, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, draw your chest forward for cow pose, your hips toward the sky. And then exhale, cat pose. Draw your navel toward your spine and reach the back of your heart towards the sky. Inhale, reaching your heart forward. Exhale, curving your spine. Moving with your breath, making it as fluid as possible. Keeping in mind the Ahimsa, the self-love, doing what feels really good for you. So if that means taking circles with your spine and your hips, maybe circling to the left and then circling to the right. Exhale, come back into cat pose, curving the spine, and then inhale, come into your neutral spine. Curl your toes under and press back into downward facing dog. The inside of your thighs are reaching toward the back of the room, the heels are reaching toward the earth, and your hands are pressing into the mat. Your triceps are pulling toward the back of the room, engaging your shoulders, drawing your shoulder blades down your spine. Maybe shake your head yes and shake your head no here. Really relaxing any tension out of that neck. Taking one more breath here in downward dog. This pose may seem simple, but it takes a lot of tapas. Exhale, bend your knees and jump or step to the front of your mat in standing forward bend. You can hang over here, it's still the beginning of our practice, so maybe have your knees slightly bent. Take opposite elbows, allowing your spine to fully relax over toward the ground. And then inhale, draw your heart forward, flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat spine. Reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips and through a flat back. Come all the way up to standing. Bring your hands to your heart center. Taking a breath here. You can even close your eyes if you want, just feeling the power in your legs driving into the earth. It's holding you up, it's setting your foundation so that you can grow tall. Crown of the head reaching toward the sky. Inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, step back into plank. Shoulders over your wrists. The heels reaching toward the back of the room. Navel toward your spine on your exhale. Crown of the head reaching long. Engaging all of your muscles and pushing away the floor, creating that strength, that tapas. And then exhale, bring your knees, your chest, and your chin down to the mat. And inhale, pressing your hips forward, pressing the feet, the top of the feet into the mat. Cobra. Inhaling the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Curl your toes under and press back into downward dog. Relaxing that neck, pressing the heels back, the inside of the thighs toward the back of the room, opening up that sacrum and the sit bones. On your next exhale, bend your knees and step or hop to the front of the mat, standing forward bend. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Reaching long. Exhale, keep that length, fold all the way over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back into plank. Reaching the heart a little forward, soften your heart here as you engage the rest of your body. Soften your face. And then on your next exhale, bring your knees, chest, and chin down to the mat. Inhale through to cobra. Exhale, fold. Curl your toes under and press back into downward facing dog. Taking one more breath here. Really stretching through the whole back side of the body. And then exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way through a flat spine, reaching your arms up into the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, pressing those thumbs into the heart into the thumbs. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back or jump back into plank or chaturanga if you're jumping with your arms bent. Inhale, come back up into plank, holding here for a few breaths, engaging that core, reaching the crown of the head long, and then we're going to slowly lower on a 3 count. So bending the arms, 1, 2, 3. Inhale to cobra. Taking a breath here. Make sure to press those feet, the top of the feet, the hips into the mat. Exhale, fold. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, knowing that you've created some heat in your body. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees this time. You're going to inhale and sweep up into chair pose. Sitting those hips back. Reaching the arms long. And relaxing your shoulders at the same time. Engaging that core here. Really paying attention to the self-discipline it takes to stay in this pose. And trying to give yourself the self-love that you need. The encouragement that you need. Take one more inhale. Exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Breathe into your belly. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bending your knees here, back in a chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart center. Bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee for twisting chair pose. Making sure to twist from above your hips, so your hips and knees stay in line. Your head is long, your neck is long. The head is the last thing to twist. Breathe into your back body, into your ribs. Taking one more breath here. And then inhale, come back through center into chair pose. Exhale, fold all the way over. Shake your head no. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your heart forward, come all the way up through standing. Exhale, hands through heart center, bending at the knees here. Come into twisting chair pose on the right side. So the left elbow comes to the outside of the right knee. Opening up your heart here, keeping your hips and your knees in line, sitting back, bringing the weight back toward your heels, and trying to open as much as possible. Wringing out the negativity, wringing out the toxins. And breathing, of course. Inhale and exhale into your belly. On your next inhale, come back into chair pose. Exhale, fold all the way over. Release any tension that you have in your neck by shaking your head yes and no. You can take opposite hands to opposite elbows here and just hang for a few breaths, allowing your spine to reach toward the earth. Maybe bring a little sway motion from right to left, moving your hips a little bit as well. Giving yourself some moments of play. On your next inhale, come to a flat spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up through a flat spine, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then we're going to come into a wide-legged forward stance on your mat. So turn to the side of your mat. You might want to bring a yoga block to your center in front of you. Make sure your feet and your toes are pointing toward the front of the room. And put your hands on your hips so you can really feel where your hips are in this moment, that they're nice and balanced. You don't want to be sitting into one hip or one side. Draw the muscular energy through your legs as if your feet are pulling together. On your next inhale, draw your arms up over your head. Exhale, fold all the way over to the center. And you can use your yoga block here if you need to. If you have the flexibility, you can place your hands all the way on the floor. Place your left hand underneath your face, and then twisting open to the right, draw your right arm up into the sky. So you want to keep your hips in line here, drawing that energy up to your middle, and then twisting from your navel, from your waist up. That right side body is opening toward the right side of the room. Remembering not to over twist your neck. Try to keep it in line wherever your heart is pointed. Take one more breath here, reaching those right fingertips up into the sky. On your next exhale, draw your right arm down. Place it underneath your face, so we're switching sides. On your next inhale, draw your left arm up into the sky, twisting open. And remember, you can always use your yoga blocks here. Twisting and working from a place of self-love and understanding, knowing that wherever you are today is exactly where you're supposed to be. Take a few more breaths here. Really engaging that back body and those side bodies to twist a little further. And then exhale, draw the left hand down to the mat. Maybe bring your hands a little bit closer to your body. Maybe you can bring your head down to the mat if you have the flexibility. And just let your spine lengthen toward the floor. Relax. Inhale, come up through a long spine, all the way up to standing. Place your hands on your hips, and then turn your right foot toward the right side of the mat. We're going to come into Warrior Two. So bending the right leg into as much of a 90-degree angle as possible. Drawing through that back leg, empowering that left thigh muscle toward your left hip. And then bring your arms up to your sides. Engaging that core, exhaling navel to spine. Finding the work and the self-discipline to be in this pose, to engage your leg muscles, to deepen that right leg into a really nice lunge. And at the same time, find the joy, find the beauty in it, the self-love, the encouragement in your mind, in your heart. Take one more breath here. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Flip the right palm open and then draw it up over your head, reaching back for a nice side body stretch. Take one inhale here, and on your next exhale, bend to the right leg, keeping the arm where it is so that you're in reverse warrior. Stretching that side body long. And then exhale, come back into Warrior Two. Reaching in multiple directions. Taking the time to breathe. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to switch sides, so turn your left toes to the left side of the room, your right toes to the side. Feeling where your hips are, that they're nice and even, that you're drawing that energy up through your legs. And then exhale, bending into the left leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up into Warrior Two. So at the same time our arms are engaged, we want to relax our shoulders, we want to relax our rib cage. Draw that bandha in, so the exhaling navel to spine. Engage that back leg, the right thigh muscle draws up toward the right hip. We're drawing energy in toward our core at the same time that we're expanding out. Take one more breath here in Warrior Two. And then on your next inhale, straighten the left leg. Flip the left palm open, drawing the left arm up overhead, as far back as you can reach for a nice side body stretch. Take a breath here, feeling it all the way from your left hip through the left fingertips. And on your next exhale, keeping your arms and your torso where it is, bend your left knee into reverse warrior. Engaging the muscles, breathing here, feeling the stretch, feeling the tapas. Exhale into Warrior Two. Reaching in both directions, from left to right, and reaching also the crown of the head up into the sky. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Turn your left toes in, and then turn your right toes out to the right side of the mat. You might want to bring a yoga block to the inside of your right foot. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bend your right leg as if moving into Warrior Two. This time, you're going to put your right hand on top of your yoga block, whatever height it needs to be at. So we're coming into side angle pose, and you can of course place your right hand on the floor as well. I encourage you to use the block though, because it won't put too much stress on your arm, and it will allow you to reach your heart open, reach your side body long, reaching that left arm up into the sky, engaging those legs, drawing the energy up into your hips. You can exhale, draw the left arm all the way over your left ear, releasing any tension out of your neck, out of your face. Exhale, navel to spine. Take one more inhale. Exhale, draw the left hand to the ground, turn your left hip in. So we're in a low lunge, reaching the heart forward, reaching the left thigh up toward the sky. And then on your next exhale, straighten the right leg for a hamstring stretch. So your hands can either be on the ground or on a yoga block. Keeping that left leg engaged, maybe the left heel up off of the floor. Really feeling that stretch all the way through your right thigh and right hip, maybe even your lower back. And then exhale, walk your hands to the center, so you're in a wide-legged forward bend, relaxing the spine. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And then inhale, place your hands on your hips, come all the way up into your tall spine. You're going to turn your left foot to the left side of the room. Get your yoga block ready on the inside of your left foot. Your hands are on your hips so that you can feel the stability and the equilibrium here, knowing where your hips are. Drawing that energy up into your core from both of your feet. Exhale into that warrior two position, and then we're going to bring our left hand onto the yoga block or onto the floor if you have the flexibility. Exhaling, navel to spine, draw the right arm up into the sky, opening up the chest, reaching your body long. Exhale, the right arm overhead, over your ear, reaching toward the left side of the room. Breathing here, you have a long line from your right foot all the way through your left fingertips. Filling your body with air with every inhale, every exhale, engaging your muscles a little more. Take one more inhale. Exhale, draw the right arm all the way to the floor, turn the right hip in for a low lunge, engaging that right thigh up toward the sky, reaching the heart forward. And on your next exhale, straighten the left leg. You can use your yoga block here to place your hands on, or if you can reach the floor, that's good too. You can of course have a micro bend, or maybe bending your left knee as much as you need to in order to stretch over. You'll still feel it in that left hamstring. And keeping that right leg engaged as well. Taking one more breath here. And on your next exhale, walk your hands back toward the side of your mat for a wide-legged forward bend. Releasing your spine. Allow the gravity to just take hold. The crown of the head reaching toward the mat. And then slowly heel-toe your feet in a little bit. We're going to come into Malasana. So your toes are out, your heels are in, a little bit wider than your hips. Bend your knees, sit your hips down toward the mat. Elbows to the inside of your thighs, hands at your heart center. We're looking for a tall, lengthy spine here. Crown of the head reaching toward the sky. Feeling that connection between our Tapas and Ahimsa, our self-discipline and self-love. And you can of course sit on a yoga block in this pose. If you don't have the flexibility, just place a yoga block on any level underneath your sit bones. And that will help you at least learn how to position yourself in this stretch. Take one more breath here, reaching the heart up, and then exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Straighten your legs and walk your feet underneath your hips, standing forward bend. Release that tension out of your neck, out of your spine. Feeling that power in your legs reaching down into the earth. And then you can stay here in forward bend, or you can take a variation by placing your palms underneath your toes so that your toes line up with the creases of your wrists. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, bending at the elbows, reaching your heart toward your legs, the crown of your head toward the floor, coming into a really deep stretch. You'll feel this all along the back of your legs and your spine. Taking the time that you need, taking the breaths that you need, bending your knees if you need to, of course, as well. Doing what's right for you. On your next exhale, release your hands, and then come down onto your back on your mat. Draw your knees into your chest, and then release your legs so that your feet are flat on the mat. We're going to set up for bridge pose. So your heels are just a few inches away from your sit bones. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your neck is long. Just breathe into your belly. Feel your navel reach toward your spine with every exhale. Notice where you're interacting with your yoga mat here in this position. Feel the earth underneath you supporting you. And then we're going to move into bridge. You can bend your arms at your elbows, reaching your fingertips toward the sky. Press into the elbows. Press into your heels. Inhale. Reach your hips up into the sky, using the power in your legs. Reaching your chest toward your chin. Breathing into your belly. Your inner thighs reaching toward the ground. Try to relax your glute muscles as much as possible. Taking a few more breaths in this pose, really keeping that long spine. And then on your next exhale, slowly draw your hips back down to the earth and relax your arms. Taking a breath here. Maybe noticing how much self-discipline and work and energy this position takes, bridge pose. We'll move into it again. You can remain in bridge, or if you'd like, you can come into wheel. So if you're going to go into wheel, come into bridge, and then place your hands behind your head flat on the mat. Come onto the top of your head. You can stay here, this is great practice for wheel, or press into your hands, straighten your arms, come into full wheel. Taking a few breaths here, really pressing away the mat. And then when you're ready on your exhale, come down out of wheel. Draw your knees to the right. Oh, and there's my little kitty visiting me. Bringing some movement into our spine here. Exhale, draw the knees to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Draw the knees to the right again. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Draw your knees into your chest. Taking a breath here. Maybe rocking side to side, giving your low spine a self-massage. And if you'd like, you can circle your knees to the right. And then circle your knees to the left. Maybe a few times in each direction. And then bring your knees back to center. Hug them into your chest. Feel your spine on the earth. Exhale, release the left leg, draw the right knee into your chest. Taking a breath here, reaching the left leg long, both feet are flexed. And then go ahead and straighten the right leg. You can place your hands interlaced behind your right thigh, pressing that right heel up into the sky. There's little kitty again. Just checking up. Taking a breath here. On your next exhale, draw your knee into your chest. And then inhale, see if you can deepen the stretch a little bit, straighten the right leg, maybe reaching for the shin or the ankle. Breathe. And then exhale, bending the knee, coming into a twist, so bringing the right knee over to the left side of the room, reaching the right arm long. The right shoulders should remain in contact with the earth. And both feet are still flexed. And just like in all of our twists, we want to keep a nice long spine as we twist. So really think about that right hip as if someone had a string attached to it and was pulling your right hip down toward your left foot. So we're creating length in our spine as we twist at the same time. So the length is Ahimsa and the twist is Tapas, balancing out the two. Really giving yourself what your body needs. Remaining in this stretch can just feel so good. So take a few more breaths here. And then inhale, come back to center, draw that right knee into your chest. Exhale, release the right leg. Draw the left knee in, bringing it toward your chest, flexing both feet. And then on your next inhale, you can straighten the left leg, interlace the hands behind your left hamstring, pressing that left foot, that left heel up into the sky, pressing the right heel away from you. Creating length here. Crown of the head reaches long. This takes a lot of tapas. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest. Inhale. See if you can lengthen and deepen the stretch. Maybe grabbing the shin or the ankle, or if you're flexible enough to grab the foot. Drawing the left leg toward your chest. Taking one more breath here. If you feel your muscles shaking, that's the tapas, right? That's your work, your self-discipline, your muscle engagement. Remembering to be kind to yourself. Exhale, release the leg, bring the knee in. Take an inhale, and then exhale, twist over. Bringing the left knee over to the right side of the room, reaching that left arm long, opening the heart. The left shoulder is still in contact with the earth. And we're creating length as we twist, so as if someone has a string and they're pulling your left hip down toward your right foot. And see how much you can relax as we're twisting here. Just feeling the earth underneath you, feeling the earth's support, where you're in contact. Relaxing your face. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back to center, drawing that left knee into your chest one more time. And slowly bring the right knee into your chest and take happy baby. So taking the outside of your feet, drawing the knees down toward the earth. And trying to, create a long spine, so drawing your lower back down toward the ground. And if it feels good for you, you can rock side to side, right to left, on your spine while in happy baby. Take a breath back in center. And then exhale, release the legs, draw the soles of the feet together in a supine cobbler pose. Place the right hand on your belly, the left hand on your heart. Feeling the breath move your belly into your right hand. The breath lengthening up through your heart, impacting your left hand. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling self-love. Exhale all of the work that you did today. Just release it. Let the tension go. Release everything as you sink into your yoga mat. And then release your hands, draw your knees together, maybe swaying back and forth, giving yourself a little movement. And then when you're ready, moving into Savasana. So hips are nice and open, feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Your shoulders reach toward your spine, your heart is open, palms are open. We're ready to receive and reap the benefits of our yoga practice. So go ahead and close your eyes, relax your face, relax your jaw, knowing that all you've done on your yoga mat in this practice is ready to be absorbed in your body. This is why this is one of the most, if not the most important pose in yoga. So just breathe here. Just breathe and relax. And just see if you can just listen and be you. Slowly coming back into this moment, bringing your awareness back to your breath, inhaling a little deeper, deep into your diaphragm, expanding your belly. Exhale, allowing it all to escape through your nose, navel to spine. Inhale deep into your belly. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale deep into your belly, expanding. Exhale, navel to spine, keeping that expansion as you release the air. We're going to start slowly waking up our body, using our breath. So whenever you're ready, you can move your fingers and your toes, maybe circling your wrists and your ankles, one direction and then the next. Taking the time to wake back up, maybe shaking your head from side to side. And then on your next inhale, bring your hands up over your head for a really nice stretch. Reaching far, pointing your toes, reaching in opposite directions. And then exhale, rolling onto the right side of your body into a fetal position, cradling your head in your arm. Taking a breath here. This pose is Ahimsa, self-love right here. If you ever need that, just move into a fetal position and you'll feel comforted and at peace. When you're ready on your inhale, use your hands to walk yourself back up into a comfortable seated position, maybe sitting on top of a blanket or a bolster. Keep your hips above your knees, keeping your eyes closed. Relax your hands onto the tops of your thighs. Relax your shoulders. Crown of the head reaching toward the sky. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Pressing your thumbs into your heart into your thumbs. Connecting the Tapas to Ahimsa. Bridging the gap between the two. And finding a wonderful balanced practice. A wonderful balanced self. Take a few more breaths here. Just noticing how you feel different from the beginning of practice. I hope that you do feel a little bit more balanced and a little more at peace with yourself, who you are in this moment. Inhale, exhale, and then inhale for Om. And bow your head to greet your heart. We bow to the light, love, and truth inside each and every one of us and inside of everything. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today, and remember to subscribe to my channel